everyone, welcome to Topic of the Day. In this edition, we will briefly discuss the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. As we know that it has been 5 days since Russia has launched a full-scale military invasion into Ukraine. Let's take up a brief background of this conflict. So, in 2014, the annexation of Crimea by Russia was the first major military flare-up in the Russian-Ukrainian relations. Again, in 2021, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky appealed to the United States to join NATO, which was the major reason that Russia got irked. So what does Russia exactly want? Russia wants NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, to give up its military activities in the Eastern European region and Ukraine and roll back its forces from this region. Because it feared that if Ukraine is allowed to join NATO, the NATO group would move closer to the Russian borders that could pose a threat to the entire region. Thereby, Russia demands guarantee from the West and Ukraine that it will not join the NATO and that Ukraine will demilitarize and become a neutral state. In the current scenario, Russia recognized the self-declared Donetsk and Luhansk republics in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine. Ukraine was the second most powerful Soviet republic after Russia and was crucial strategically, economically, and culturally as well. So in the current scenario, what is the response by West and the European Union? With the invasion of Ukraine, agreements like the Minsk Protocol or the Minsk Agreement of 2014-15 and the Russia-NATO Act of 1997 have been violated. The European Union, US, UK, Japan, and Canada are cutting off key Russian banks from the international SWIFT payment method. Currently, they have also shut off their airspaces to the Russian airlines, and Germany has halted approval on the Russia's Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline. Now, if we talk about the implications of this scenario, globally there is security crisis, refugee crisis, and humanitarian consequences in Europe. Russia depends on revenue from Europe, and Europe depends on supply of energy from Russia. So the sanctions put a dent on the energy supplies as well. There has been a rise in the wheat prices as Russia is the top wheat exporter and Ukraine is the fourth largest exporter of rice. If we talk about implications on India, there is rise in oil and gas prices and its further spillover effects. Also, there is increase in the current account deficit. Economic sanctions on Russia could also hamper the defense exports. And there is also rise in the edible oil prices as Ukraine accounts for greater than 70% of oil imports. If we talk about India's stand in this scenario, India abstained on a US-sponsored United Nations Security Council resolution that was against Russia's aggression. With India, China and United Arab Emirates also abstained from voting. We have a strong diplomatic relations with Russia. Russia supports India on the Kashmir issue. It is also our strategic partner in countering China's influence in the Asian region as it has veto power in the United Nations. We have a great trading relations with Russia in context of gas and oil, energy, and of course defense. With this, we have some other miscellaneous factors like job opportunities, tourism, and educational avenues in both the countries. Now let us take up a practice question on this topic. Ukraine shares the boundaries with which of the following countries? Romania, Poland, Moldova, Hungary, and fifth one is Bulgaria. You have to choose the correct answer using the codes given. You can write your answers in the comment section below. So the correct answer is C. That is, Ukraine shares boundaries with Romania, Poland, Moldova, and Hungary. Bulgaria does not have a direct boundary with Ukraine. So the correct answer is option C. So this was all for today's topic of the day. For regular updates, you can follow us on our social media handles. And for more such videos, do stay tuned to the next IAS YouTube channel.